My name is Heidi Johnson, and I'm a missionary to Guatemala with Kids Alive International. A couple months ago, Guatemala was ranked as the worst country to grow up in as a child. It's incredibly dangerous, and there's just a culture of poverty, and so it's really hard to grow up in as a kid. The Lord continued to grow in me this desire to reach and serve the nations around the world. I went to visit my sister, who is serving as a missionary in Guatemala as well. Went to visit her for vacation, and it was a lot of fun. I had a good week there, the first time I went back in 2012. And then I went again the next summer, and while I was there, the director of the home that my sister was working at asked if I'd be interested in coming to serve in Guatemala. I had no interest in serving in Guatemala. That was my sister's thing, and that was not what I had decided that the Lord had called me to. 6 months later, I had committed to pray about it, and the Lord began a work in my heart. They said, "We want you to come to work on the psychology team in Guatemala." And during that time, I fell in love with the counseling profession, and it was actually my supervisor, Carla. She asked me if I would be interested in going back to the States to pursue a degree in the counseling field, because she said, I know that you can do this, and I know that this is what God has brought you to do, and so we want to send you away so that you can come back to us with the tools and training that you have. I'll be working at Oasis Residential Home for girls rescued out of sexual abuse. They're rescued and brought to Oasis, and there we see the Lord redeeming their stories and healing their hearts and healing their minds and their souls. And so this ministry of Oasis is kind of standing up against what the culture says is the norm and saying that Jesus isn't done here. I was talking with a child that I had worked with back a couple years ago, who's now 19 or 20, and she told me how she had never felt loved, and she never trusted people's love. And then she looked at me and said, "I never questioned your love because I knew I had it." She was like, "You're the one person that I just knew you loved me." And for me, like that, to know that I could, even without speaking the language, just when I first started working with this girl, when I barely spoke Spanish, but she could see the love, honestly, that God had for her through me. And that's why I'm so excited to go back, and I can feel it in my soul that He's calling me there.